Well, welcome back to See, Hear, Love on this, again, fabulous, fantabulous Flashback and Favorite Things Friday with my beautiful, not gorgeous this time, Joanna, beautiful, fun, smart co-hosts. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Friday.
Yeah, welcome to Friday.
Yeah, it's been a great
Friday. Go ahead.
It's been such a great week. It's been such a great, I love this week, and I loved it because, what are your thoughts about with Marcia Shelton with us from YSM? So good.
My brain hurts.
It was a very motivating week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was a lot that she said that it's still stuck that I have to process over the weekend. What do you think in there?
She's much larger. You know that thing in the objects in the mirror are larger than they appear? That's what I think of her.
Oh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good one.
She's soft-spoken and meek, but meekness
like,
is power.
With power, yeah, total power.
So I see, like, this powerhouse, and she's like, yeah, I do these little things.
Just a few little things here.
Transforming the city of Toronto.
A few things here.
I mean, obviously she's doing it in a huge team of people, but it's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
There's a phrase I have for my team, and we call ourselves undercover ninjas, and she's an undercover ninja.
So that's where you're getting this from.
But that red jacket really was a cape, and I think these unsung heroes, the impact and the lives that they're changing and the rippling effect after that, it just took me back to even just my own personal journey. But you just never know. You never know whose life.
Right.
You know, I remember Joanna talking about that. You just never know. Just being obedient to God's voice.
Yeah.
I think what was important for us is to understand that families in crisis, that they're in our neighborhoods, that there is absolutely a call for us to care and to support organizations, like YSM.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think the practical things they're doing, it really hit me. Like when you're doing mentoring and you're doing these things where you're in the community and you have to be involved in relationship. But what I loved about her, she said it's relationship.
I wanted to say that to Joanna, because Joanna said, and they deal with the soul sort of well-being.
Right.
And that is the lasting change, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the lasting change.
So it's not like just we're going to say it to you and then we're going to leave. It's like we're actually in the community working with you. And I think that was such an encouragement. Yeah. Well, on that theme of families, I thought it would be great today to ask all of you and myself in our flashback and favorites to feature our families, because I think that a lot of people want to get to know us more, and because it's a week of families, why not? So I know that the flashback and favorite is pretty similar, but I'm going to try to make it sort of separate. So the first one was flashback family picture, which really was like a moment, either a significant moment in your family, whatever time frame that occurred, and a picture of that moment. So, Abby. Looking, I love this. I love this bun. You look great.
It's what you do when your hair is dirty.
It's all the smoke and mirrors.
Dry shampoo.
Yes.
Your picture of a great family moment or a moment.
So it's actually kind of it's a fun flashback for me. This is a photo of my two brother-in-laws and me playing football, and we're trying to look all tough.
Love it.
But this was in 2007.
Okay.
In Victoria, actually. So we took a family trip. My brother-in-law, Ben, is actually from Australia, and he had come over to Vancouver for I think it was 2 months before they got married, my sister and him, and we took a little family trip to Victoria, and it was actually one of my first times in Victoria, and I saw the beauty of this place, which later down the road I ended up moving there, and it was amazing. But so these guys, they're just Jason and my brother-in-law Ben. They're incredible men. They have. I've never had brothers. I've always had sisters. These are my brothers. I don't. To be honest, I don't actually call them my brother-in-laws. I call them my brothers. And they just really make our family that much more whole. So yeah, we had a lot of fun together, and they've also kind of become my standards for what to look for in men.
Nice.
And I'll say that I've learned that kind of late in the game, but kind of looking at what I want in a future husband. They both have qualities that I just really, really respect and admire. So
shout out to
I
them.
love hanging out with them.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's really good. That's a shout out. That's a big compliment that they set the standard for sort of men and how they should be. That's great. That's a good one.
They're great guys.
Well, for people that know me or don't know me, now you're gonna know me. Our family is extremely close. I mean, like Elmer glue close. If I'm getting a bag of milk, it's not even a joke. We all go together.
Really?
Yeah, we do every living thing together.
That's really sweet.
And what's really cool is that our family's a hospital, and I think it's just because of the lives that my husband and I have lived that we just adopt people into our family, and because people that we see that are hurting and deficient and are missing something, and so we are just like we're the Canadian Cosbys. That's our family. So this is just us being really. We're also like really sciencey, weird, like Ned the Science Guy weirdos.
Really?
Yeah. Our favorite place, our favorite magical place outside of Niagara Falls is the Science Center.
No way! I would have never thought that.
Wow.
So this is us.
Really cool.
This is us mean mugging, like trying to do gang signs in the Science Center. Like the two don't. So we're like, yeah, science. So,
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
I say we all
every
hang out
summer
with
they have a
them.
pass, and we
that's
go down
awesome.
there, and they're like brains, arachnoids, and it's like what's happening?
All right.
Okay, that's really cool. So you're a little science geek.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
A violin playing science geek. Okay, that's a really good combo.
No. A really cool diva.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's really cool. I learn something new every day, Cheryl.
Violin.
Joanna, what about your picture? The segue over.
Yeah, the picture I bring you today is my clan at the cottage
Nice.
Oh, the
on
cottage.
the dock.
Which we're being invited to.
Which we are soon, I think.
Sure, come this summer.
Okay.
There's lots of children, so there's not a lot of quiet at this cottage. So I have 3 older brothers, and they're all married, and they have 4 children each.
Wow.
So we have a clan.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a clan, and I mean, being an aunt is a great honor in my life. And so this is one of my brothers lives in Central Asia. He does work there, and so his family last summer came home. We did like a week of camp.
Oh, fun.
At the cottage.
That's great.
This is, trying to get a lot of small children to look at a camera and not look, they're not making a face or crying or pulling their dress up.
Yeah, you're like, oh no,
the
not
photo,
again,
the
Susie.
photo I'm showing today is the best attempt we could have
Awesome.
at a family
Awesome,
photo.
I love
the most
that.
recent, when we're not very often all in the same country, so it
That's
was
cool.
a chance for us all to be together last summer.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, this is my picture. I'm in grade 7. And this is a flashback picture of me and my older brother Tim, and my older sister Tanya, and my mom. Nice. And we're actually standing beside brother Andrew. And for some of you who know him or don't know him, he's best known to be God's smuggler. He kind of put that phrase on the map and in his book about smuggling Bibles into communist countries. Wow. So this was a big moment for our family because I'm standing with him. And as a young girl, I would smuggle Bibles in my Hello Kitty, suitcase into different countries so that brothers and sisters could have Bibles. And so this man, when I stood beside him, his courage and tenacity and passion to say whatever it takes to get Bibles into the hands of people, I will do. And risking his life, livelihood, reputation. I mean, it was, so there we are, and I'm just like, and my dad worked with Open Doors, the organization, for 37 years because he was so committed to the work of making sure that people heard about the gospel and had Bibles in hand.
Wow.
So I'm really proud of this picture because it's a lot about legacy, our family's legacy, a man's legacy like Brother Andrew, who started that and then had people like my dad join, and then my dad's family join. Yeah. And so great moment. This is in Holland when we met him. Beautiful country. So that's
nice.
our picture.
You should go. Forget
the cottage. Let's go to
I'll go anywhere.
Oh, now I know, Kim, you're there in Nashville in your kitchen, and you've got a picture of your family and a great memory to share with us too.
Hey, yes, I'm here. Yay! I love Friday. I say it every Friday, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's just so true. Oh, you guys, it's so good to see you and hear your flashbacks and your stories. And Melinda, okay, I'm going to backtrack for one quick second. I love that you shared about Brother Andrew. You just brought back this whole flood of memories for me because my dad went with him on one trip with Open Door Ministries and Brother Andrew to China. And they actually smuggled Bibles into there. I was really young, but I remember my dad going and the suitcases that they would take, and it just so fascinated me. So I love that you talked about that. It's just so cool. Okay, so I love my family. I love them. They are just the most precious people. I am so grateful, and I know how blessed I am that God was like, you know what, I'm going to drop you into this one. And I don't know what I would ever do without them. So this picture just sums up the greatest weekend ever. My sister, Catherine and Jared and their boys were moving to Saskatchewan from Ontario. And this was the last weekend we were kind of like all together. And I was a single mom at this point, but in this picture, I'm there, and then my kids, Kai and Serena, and my mom and dad, and then Kathy and Jared and their two boys, and then my sister Karen and her husband Lee and their two girls. And so there's the three girls in our family. I'm the oldest, and then there's Karen and Catherine, who are twins. So my mom, God bless that woman, had me, and 20 months later had Karen and Kathy, had twins. So I always tell them, I'm the oldest and wisest sister, and they're like, well, yeah, you're the oldest. Wisest part's a little bit iffy. So this weekend was magical in every sense of the word. We laughed until we cried, and then we cried, and then we ate too much food, and we played football. We don't play football. We don't even like it or watch it, but it's the best way to chase children and tackle them. And then you can go, oh, well, that's how you play football, honey. Yes, we pin you to the ground. That's what we do. That is what we did this whole weekend. So then we had our friend Reynold Maines actually come and take some professional shots of our family. And so that's what today's picture is the McLaren / the Weidmans and Sieberts and a whole family. I love it. And I love my family. And I'm so glad that we're doing this today. So it's so fun. I love it.
Thanks, Kim. Oh, you guys, I love seeing and getting to know a little bit more about you through your family. Those are great pictures. Now, I know that this is sort of similar because I went flashback, and now I'm doing the favorite thing, which is our favorite family moment. But I just want to know about families, your families. So let's hear about what you're doing in this picture, because this is more about, celebrating or something significant that you did with your family. And this is our favorite moment with our family thus far. Abby, why don't you share with us?
So I am sharing this photo because I think it might be the only photo of my entire family.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I can't even tell you how long ago it was. It's probably in 2008 or 2009. Okay. So for some reason, we were all in Calgary. That's where most of my mom's side of my family is. So this is my mom's side. And we were all together, including my sister and brother-in-law from Australia. Some of the nephews aren't around yet at this point, so we are missing them. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's my papa is no longer with us, unfortunately, so this is also one of the last, kind of all family moments we had. And it's just really beautiful. I'm just going to gush on my family. Yes. I think I have the best looking family on this planet. My cousins are just stunning. My cousins are stunning. Yeah. And I will also say this. So there's this photo, and then there's one other photo where we are all together. It's at my sister's wedding. And that photo was actually the last one with my aunt before she passed away. So that's also significant. I'm showing this one because it's a little bit more recent. But yeah, my family, we've been through a lot together, and we've stuck closer than anything through it all.
Beautiful.
So I love all of them very much, and I miss them all very much. We are from Australia, and Vancouver, and Calgary, and
so maybe it's time for another.
And I have 4 beautiful nephews that I will post all over my social media.
There's no nieces.
Not yet. There's one coming this summer, and we're all hoping it's a niece. So So
beautiful. Yes, they are beautiful, just like you.
Thank you.
Cheryl, your picture, family celebration moments.
It was difficult to to pick one, and even now I was just kind of going between A, B, C, and D, and E. I picked this photo because, and not everyone's in this photo, so my husband's missing from this photo, and my firstborn is missing from this photo. But I picked this photo because it speaks to restoration. This is a picture of my dad with his grandkids and with me. And he came up just a few months ago to Canada, and he came to my home, and I made him dinner, and there's a beautiful shot of just him and hugging his grandkids, and his grandkids are totally like gushing head over heels for him. And it's just been an amazing journey to see God, you know, reconnect us in our adult life. Fill all these holes, get rid of all the blaming and anger and finger pointing and stories, and just love.
Wow.
You know, it's that love that we talked about with, you know, and just pushing past all the fear. And so that picture is just 100% love, 100% forgiveness, 100%
Beautiful.
restoration.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful picture. Joanna, your picture.
Yeah. I bring a photo to you of, it's a flashback. I'm a baby, I don't know, like 1 or 2. And we're in Holland, and it's like the original 6 of us, long before the 12 other children showed up, my brother's kids and their wives and all of that, so the original 6. But because there's sort of a spread between us, we didn't do family vacations much past about age 6 or 7. My brothers had kind of started moving out of the house, so it was only in my early childhood that we all traveled together, and this is in Holland together. We would go there regularly to visit family, and that was just a very meaningful part of our family life, is this time in Holland and trips to Holland and eating Dutch things when they get shipped to us and calling Holland, and that's just a very, very much a part of our upbringing, was this sort of pride in the Dutch culture that we come from, and so it was always amazing. We don't go together anymore, we go by ourselves, but when we were little we all went together.
That's awesome.
So cute.
I love it.
Well, this is my picture. This is June of 2015.
Okay.
And this picture is a picture of us celebrating my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
50 years. And as we think about the week of family, I think, you know, this is all of our family plus what they would consider extended family. And it is, but it's also missionary families that they worked with in the Philippines like 30, 40 years ago that are now in Canada, and they still hang out. Like, it's amazing when I think, oh man, my longest friend's been 28 years. My mom and dad are like, we're 45.
Yeah.
We've been friends for 45 years. So 50 years. And what I love about this picture with my family is, as we're celebrating, it was a moment where I looked at my parents, I'm like, the commitment it took from leaving Canada to the Philippines to Singapore to back cross-culturally, come and integrate back in. It wasn't an easy marriage as far as that, but because the foundation was on Jesus, their focus was on one another to help, you know, encourage each other to be the best of what they could be, and their commitment to loving through all things. I'm just amazed. 50 years of being married to that person. Yeah. So this is, it's big. I mean, they've had a lot of adventure and travel. Now my parents are older, and it's so funny because they act like they're 25. Like, they're traveling, like, we're on a cruise, or we're going to New York City, and I'm like, what's happening? But they're just, it's like
they got rid of you.
I knew that was coming. My dad would say that. We got rid of you out of the house, and now we're free.
My dad would say the same.
But it's such a great example. So this was the big celebration, and we're all like posing and so happy. So thank you. I'm sorry, Kim, I didn't mean to forget you in Nashville. We're like talking here, I didn't mean to forget you. But Kim, why don't you share your favorite family moment with us?
Oh, no, it's okay. I know I'm just so quiet. My family be like, what? You're the loudest person we know. No, it's fine. I'm here. I'm still here. You guys are so fun. I love it. This picture, actually, I'm cheating. I have 2 again. I just couldn't pick between one. These are really important because they're just from last year. So my flashback photo was from 2011. And then these two pictures are from last July 2016, when, I'm going to cry, when I got to marry the love of my life. He's American, which is why I'm living in Nashville. And it was just kind of surreal after 7 years being a single mom, and kind of standing before him going, oh my goodness, I not only love you, I'm willing to leave my family and friends and my country because I cannot imagine doing life without you. So in this black and white picture is the whole entire family. So that flashback photo, the McLarens and the Sieberts and the Weidmans are all in here, plus my new husband, my new father-in-law, and my two new sons, Campbell and Emerson. And it's just so cool for me. And it was so cool in that moment, just having everyone together again, and then these extra people that we get to love, you know, and I love it. And then my other picture, the color picture, is my family. This is us now, you know. It's my husband, Brian, Kai and Serena, and Campbell and Emerson. And if my mom and dad taught us anything, it's just how to love one another. And blending families is not easy, you guys. Like, it's just not. There's lots to learn, and you're taking years of this way this family's running stuff, and years from how this family does stuff, and the way we eat, and the way we just do life, and you're just kind of going, whoa, and they're all like, wow. But it's so good too. And I just want all these people in these pictures to know you are always loved. I will always be your cheerleader, and I will always love you. And that is what my mom and dad taught us. And I'm so grateful for that. And if that's all I can do, I pray for you, and I love you, and I'm cheering for you. I just want them to know that when they walk in the door, when they leave this house, all the time. So there's my whole big, big family, and then here's my family today in Nashville. The 6 of us. It's so crazy, but it's so good. And I love it. All right, that's mine. Let's move on. Thank you for doing family. There's just something so precious and just the heartbeat of who we are.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for that. Oh, guys, it was a perfect way to wrap up this week by showing pictures of our family and loving and gushing on our family. So thanks for sharing those. Of course. But it's also good because you get to know a little bit more about science. Nope. Diva. No, I said diva. I didn't say geek. Science. Yeah. And that Abby has a standard of men, of how men should be.
As she should.
As she should, as all of us should. Yeah. But thanks for hanging out this week. Thanks for sharing your awesome thoughts about family. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Thanks for inviting us to the cottage.
Thank you.
You all heard it.
Thank you for doing that.
So we'll do a show live from there. Thanks, Joanna.
Right after our trip to the Science Center.
Wow, that's it. She gave us the lake, but
Stony Lake.
We'll find it.
Well, have a great weekend. Have a great weekend to you guys, and to viewers. Have a really great weekend. If it's at your cottage like Joanna's, have a great time. Think of us when you're there.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Comment and share our show and our blog posts with your friends and family. From all of us here, I've always been wanting to say that. From all of us here, see your love. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.